when I was younger, I felt that pressure. Everything is going to happen in its right time, and what's meant to be will be.
Yeah,
I like to have a good time. Absolutely.
What's going on? It's Sheila Matthews with Andscape, and you're tuned in to B-Sides. And today we're joined by the one and only Leon Thomas. What's going on?
What's up? What's up? I'm chilling. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. And I'm just so excited to talk to you today about music, about producing, and about songwriting. But first, we got to get into your new single, Breaking Point. And I think I heard a recent Beats By Dre commercial with LeBron and Bronny that made me totally teary-eyed and have me missed it. I heard a familiar voice.
I had the opportunity of, getting that song in that commercial. And, LeBron is obviously a GOAT. I'm a huge fan of all the work that he's done over the years. And I actually met him a long time ago, working on a initiative with Nickelodeon back in the day called Get Up and Play. And I was actually there with him and Bronny back in the day. So it was like a young Bronny. So to see Bronny become this amazing basketball player, it's just really cool to have that full circle moment with the music.
To that being the point, it's such a special moment to have that song be the background of this new commercial. Talk to me about the process. Did you know when you were creating the song that it was for this, or was it just perfect timing and alignment?
It was perfect timing and alignment. I had that song for about, I want to say, a year and a half. I've been working on this album for a pretty long time. Breaking Point always felt like a standout track on the album. Breaking Point is one of those vulnerable songs that I feel like everybody can understand the emotion attached to it. And, when we approached Beats with the record, they really thought that this would be a really great fit.
Speaking of the emotion of it too, because I definitely felt it listening to it, take me back and talk me through when you were recording it, what space were you in, what was going on in your life at that time?
At that time, I was in a really serious public relationship. I think my first public relationship ever. And it was more so just really trying to figure out exactly where I was going to go with the whole thing. I really wanted to just kind of do more so like a journal entry of what I was feeling in that moment. Sonically, Breaking Point was a result of me just kind of really letting myself feel emotions and really not hold back on the mic.
For sure. And so talk to me about the album itself and just that body of work and just kind of how it came together and what the vibe that you hope when people listen to it, they feel.
I feel like people have grown up watching me on TV shows and been aware of some of the music that I've released in the past over the years. But I feel like there's always been a bit of a wall up with everything I have going on. This album, I think, is a true journey within my brain so that people can genuinely see exactly all of the range of emotions that I feel as a functioning human on this earth. I'm not perfect. And musically, I really wanted to show people what I was capable of as a musician, as an engineer, as a writer, a producer. I was able to use all of those tools on this album, and I just really hope people feel me.
From what I heard, we definitely do. And speaking of how people have seen you growing up, was it hard for you, or did you feel any pressure to kind of shake the childhood star image people could put on you sometimes that you don't ask for because you're still a star now and still showing it? How did you feel that pressure?
It's an interesting journey because I think when I was younger, I felt that pressure. But I think the more mature I got, the more I was able to just really understand that everything is going to happen in its right time, and what's meant to be will be. I think it's just about really using the tools from life. I mean, life is a lesson in itself. So I think a lot of times people try to fight what they've done before rather than just use the tools around them to just continue to shine. And that's what I've been doing. It's why you continue to see me work with major artists and even give the time for myself now to be the artist I truly want to be.
Talk to me about that relationship with Babyface and kind of how it came about and how he became your mentor.
I was signed around that time to Columbia Records, and they had put me in with Babyface because, there's a lot of R&B artists, but there's very few that really play the acoustic guitar and write from the same places as I do. So, seeing that Babyface was definitely a legend within that space. They really saw the correlation and the connection, and they were completely right. And he became somebody that I could really just come to with ideas. He opened up his studio to me in Hollywood. Next thing I knew, I was there every day. I met a production partner that I had back in the day. We had a production duo called The Rascals. Chris Riddick Tynes was signed to Babyface, so I would be there every day. He really taught me a lot about just the process of being both an executive and a creative. And I think having that balance is really important.
What's one of the greatest lessons so far that you've learned from Babyface?
I think you should talk your way into a song. I feel like it's really beautiful to walk in and just have a bunch of ideas ready to go. But I think it's also amazing when you're writing for another artist to just find time, maybe if it's an hour and a half, and just like really get to know them. And the song will be in the conversation. The song will be within their life. His lesson in that carried on into writing songs for myself better, and especially for other artists, like way better than I was before.
I know you have some pretty heavy writing credits, from writing and producing for people like Jack Harlow, Drake, Snow Allegra, LMA, the list goes on and on. So I know here at Andscape, we like to speak to our young up and coming Black audience who are looking to get into certain things like this. So what would it be for an up and coming artist, for up and coming songwriter to kind of either get their headspace in the right space to write better songs, or just learning how to shop around the songs they have already written?
Well, I think it's really important to just hone in on your craft. I think for producers, it's really important to like find a way to make about 3 tracks a day if you can. They don't have to be the best tracks on earth. Really learn how to finish a track. That's a big thing. For songwriters, I think it's very important to get yourself in rooms with songwriters, even if it's locally, who you feel are better than you, so you can kind of learn what that process is like, and you'll pick up different tricks as you go along. But I think the biggest thing is network. If you can find yourself in a really great network, if you live in Wisconsin, you might want to try to find your way out to Atlanta or like New York or LA, so you can really like be in the right network to really chase your dreams.
I heard you're one of the first artists signed to Ty Dolla $ign's new record label. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. Working with Ty Dolla $ign has been a real pleasure. I'm a huge fan of all the work that he's done in the past. And, he's just a really great guy. We've been working together for the last 4 years. I feel like this was just such a natural progression. And I thought that would be a really cool opportunity to kind of just team up. And music is a team sport. So it's just really good to be on a team with Ty, because I know he has so many connections and so much understanding when it comes to being an artist. He gets what it takes to really be successful.
You do so much in the industry, from acting to playing instruments, producing, songwriting. And I know the industry can be a very challenging place to navigate, especially for young Black people. So what's something that you have learned along this way that you wish you maybe knew 5 years ago?
The one thing that I've really taken away from the past 5 years is the power of patience. I think it's really easy to just want things to happen overnight. I'm now grateful for the time that it's taken for certain things to happen for me. God's not going to give me anything I'm not ready for. I'm feeling more ready than I ever have before in my life.
Well, now I want our audience to get to know you a little bit more.
All right, come on, let's get into it.
Who would you say your top 5 artists are that you can't get enough of when you're listening to music?
I'll say Bad Bad Not Good, Charlotte Day Wilson. I think I've really been enjoying Miguel's old catalog recently. Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite artists of all time. My boy Drake, I've been working with him a lot, and it's really been cool to see a lot of our pieces come out. And also, I'm just a big fan of how he's able to, twist words together. He's dope.
Talk to me about maybe the favorite project that you worked with Drake on.
I'll have to say CLB is definitely my favorite. I have 3 songs on that album.
Brag on yourself. What 3 songs? Let the people know.
All right, cool. So I did a song called Pipe Down. I did In the Bible, and I did a song called Love All featuring Jay-Z.
Oh, I just a little song called Pipe Down. You mean the one that's still on all our playlists?
Cool.
Top 5 favorite cities, or we'll even expand. We can do countries too. Top 5 favorite places to travel to.
I think I'm going to start off with New York. I currently don't live in New York right now, but I grew up in New York, so I love being out there. And then I'm going to have to say London. London's one of my favorite places to go to just to get a creative vibe. They got dope music and live music happening out there. I really enjoyed myself in Spain and Barcelona. I thought Barcelona was really beautiful. And then Italy, there's this place called Portofino. It's beautiful. It's like right on the water. You can ride a little boat. It's real romantic. I would love to go back there, with the future lady. And then I think my last but not least moment would have to be Tulum. I love being out in Tulum. Tulum is so cool, and it's just a great place to vacation. Just catch a vibe.
See, that last one, let me know you have a good time.
Yeah, I like to have a good time. Yeah. Absolutely.
Top 5 things they're either in your rider or you have to have with you at the studio.
I'm pretty low maintenance, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I have to have my laptop, obviously. That's where all of my sounds are. I also love to have an Apollo and an SM57. An Apollo is an interface and an SM57 is a special mic. I like to do like vocal ideas on the fly. That's something that's very specific about my writer. I also love to have lots of instruments, but I'll name a couple. Love to have my Prophet in there because the Prophet has like all these really cool synth sounds. It's a really good keyboard. And then I love to have a guitar and a bass in there, because I play guitar on a lot of records, but I love to add live bass to even a lot of modern ideas. I feel like it can still find its place on a lot of the joints I do.
Well, let the people know where we can see you and hear your writing, production, your voice, all the things in the near future. I
really feel like you guys should definitely follow me. I'm Leon Thomas on all platforms. I'm definitely gonna be posting a lot of new music very soon. Please stream Breaking Point. It's on Spotify and all streaming platforms. I'm definitely gonna reach back out if you guys are, showing love, and hit me up on Twitter. So that's always a good place to, reach out to me as well.
Well, y'all heard that. DM slide, you might get lucky. Leon, thank you so much for stopping past B-Sides and hanging out with me today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sure, take care.
All right, now, later. Peace.